You're welcome to another episode of the Friends and Family Show, coming to you live on Channel 1 TV. And we're live always at here in our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano. My name is Noyo Kwote, and today we're getting into another interesting conversation. I bet that this particular story is going to warm your hearts. So we have in the studio 3 guests, and then we have Umaru Amadu, who is actually never forgotten to go back to where he comes from. You know, he's been going back to his village, or let's say going back to his primary school to gift his teachers. And recently, he actually paid a fully paid trip to one of his teachers to Dubai. We're getting into this conversation, but I want to ask you, do you remember your nursery teachers? 1 or 2? Or probably your primary teachers? Do you remember either 1, 2, 3, any at all? Well, if you do, then let's say we'll take you down memory lane today. My name is Noyo Kwote. Find me on Instagram, @na_oyo_Kwote. And when you find me, like always, don't forget to hit the like and the follow button. You can be part of the show by sending me a message via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. We're getting into this heartwarming conversation, but I'll take a break. When I'm back, we'll do this together. Welcome back to the Friends and Family Show, always live on Channel 1 TV. Now, here's what. I am here to share with you this a very heartwarming conversation or heartwarming story. And it's about one person that I actually admire because he's done so well. And I think that I have him in my childhood days as well. I didn't want to talk about it, but I have to say it anyway. I've had him for a number of years in my childhood. And I'm not surprised that he's actually doing the things that he's doing now. So in my studio today, I have Mr. Theophilus Akrobutu, who is Umaru Sanda's JSS teacher and at Asuchari, right? Asuchari Junction, DA Basic School. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Nice. I love your shirt.
Thank you.
It's a combination of batik and something.
Yes.
I don't know. I know the batik.
yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And again, I have Miss Alice Kufalo.
Yes.
Right, nice. Who also is Umaru Sanda's nursery teacher in the same school, Asuchari Junction, DA Basic School.
Yes.
And again, I have Mr. Umaru Sanda. Hey, Amadu. And then we have other Mr. Christ, like,
You're respecting
you have a
me.
post there.
You know what I mean?
You have a post, you're welcome.
Well, hi, thank you, Wendy. How are you?
Wow, Lord.
What? Your viewers don't know you're called Wendy?
Lord, God, it's my pet name, please.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Don't do that.
Everybody, she's called Wendy.
Don't do that.
Wendy, hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to be on your set.
Mashweboy.
I'm actually happy to be here with you.
Really? I'm happy. I'm happy that we're going to go
Tell
to...
the people we sat in the same class
Oh, well,
together.
we sat in the same class for 3 years.
In Tema Secondary
In
School.
Tema Secondary School. Okay. And he's always been a lovely person. Very annoying. You know how a mosquito worries you? Like, you can't hit the mosquito, but the mosquito is all the for 3 years. That's how he's been. I don't say he's been a pest, but he's been a mosquito. That's enough description.
Can I rebut?
No, it's okay, please. Okay. It's my me your floor.
Okay.
The floor is mine.
Nice.
All right. So you've actually been going back to your basic school all the way in Asuchari Junction. Today I was talking to you earlier, or was it yesterday? You said if I don't act the junction, that's not correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Asuchari Junction.
Yeah, the junction is important.
The junction is important, right? But you've done so well going back, remembering your nursery and primary school teachers. Like I threw the question to you at home. Do you remember at least one? Do you know where they live? Do you know what's happening to them? Me, I'm not proud of it, but I don't think I remember. Probably might remember the names, but I don't know where they live or where they are now, you know. But you have done so well going back. And what actually motivates you?
Wendy, I think the thing with my teachers is that they were not just teachers, but they were members of the community and they were family. So that's why it's easy to remember them. Now, my mother calls her Miss Alice. So Miss Alice, Missy, she actually says Missy, which is short form for me. So, I mean, I think she was in the village before I was born. And Asuchari Junction is, the reason we add the junction is that if you're from Tema going to Akosombo, you get to Asuchari Junction. The junction towards Asuchari. Asuchari is the main town, but it's far. But Asuchari Junction is where I'm from, where now there's a police barrier after the Shire Hills Monkey Reserve. Yes, Gosha Sudoku. So when I was born, she was already in the village. When I was growing up, she was there. When I finished JSS, she was still there. I don't know why she was not transferred. Now, the one who taught me in KG, Miss Mina, unfortunately she died, but she also had, she had a house there, and she had her grandchild and everything there. Miss Mina also was there until she died, unfortunately. Class 1, Mr. Sapo. He was the area carpenter alongside being a teacher.
So everyone knew him.
So everybody knew him. So I mean, Mr. Sapo, everybody knew in class 1. And he's still in, I think he's teaching in Adan now. He left. And he married a woman from the next house after ours, Mr. Donu's house.
So it was like a very small...
Mr. Obinkra also in class 2 has been there before I started school, and I think he was there till even after I left. I don't know why he never got transferred.
Why do you keep adding that?
No, because I think teachers get transferred where you were. That's probably why it's difficult for you to catch up. But for me, it's the same teacher throughout. Then class 3, Mr. Afo. He's there with his wife, children. His children are my friends, grandchildren. He's living there in the village now. You know, he did my first birth certificate for me when my mother asked him to do that. Class 4, Miss Charity.
I like the way you're going, like, 1, 2, 3, and you remember everybody. But I want for us to get into this particular video. That's going to, like, really tell us, all the things that you go back to Suchari Junction to. I want to get an Asuchari Junction, right? Right, yes. to do. So we're going to play this video, but don't forget class 5 and class 6. I'll ask you class 5 and classes in JSS 1 after this video. Yes, please. I'll be right back.
Cherry Junction. This is where I was born. This is where I grew up. This is where I attended school. From nursery school through to class 6 to GSS. So my teachers have really been an important part of my life. I finished basic school in 2003. I always been thinking of how to reward my teachers because when I was growing up, I didn't really have a lot of family members, if I didn't even had any at all, who was educated, who could guide me. I relied a lot of the times on my teachers. So this period I decided, okay, how do I reward my teachers? Well, I can't reward, and they say their reward is in heaven, but I want to just also prop them up a bit. So I thought, why don't you give them something? I decided to buy TV sets for the 6 surviving teachers in my primary school days. Some of them have died, unfortunately. Those were alive. So my nursery school teacher, Miss Alice, KG is not alive. Class 1, Mr. Sapo. Class 2, Mr. Obinkra. Mr. Afo in class 3. Class 4, Miss Charity. And then my headmaster, Mr. Abedjama, who really came and helped change our course. And of course, Mr. Theophilus Akrobotu, who never taught me really, but was a teacher in my school who decided to pluck me out and help me, Mr. Theophilus Akrobotu. He was a GSS teacher, but he was like my de facto academic father. So I wanted to just come and give them a quick reward. So I got these TV sets that I want to come and give them with a small token, cash token, to give them. So that's why I'm here at Asuchari Junction today. I came to visit my parents and decided to use the opportunity to do the distribution. So if you want to come with me, I'll go say hello to them. Angelis.
Yeah.
This is to say a very big thank you to you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Bless you.
You have been my first teacher.
Yeah.
Nursery school. When I was 5 years old.
Yes.
God bless you.
Bless you too.
I appreciate every help you've given. God bless you. Yes. And then, because my nana cho Frankadua Vafia Vadogo, I want to add small transportation.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Doine mawuda sinera mawo dedefe station yobete menora akpedata son jimelele eta wo ha ebron ku jinye ma na yira abundantly amen. Maro.
Thank you. I appreciate you for.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Remember you taught me class.
Yes, I remember.
So I don't know if let's say on who I class to take you for remembering so many years back to have remembered that I taught you in class 1. And giving me strict discipline. I think all of those contributed to get me to
watching this. I just want to say a big thank you to you. I also have something small for you to use to buy. I don't know, maybe buy something that one way. Okay, Jeheda. Which will love Penny came over to come and say thank you to you. God bless you so much. I appreciate your money. God
only brought me here so that maybe your parents will realize that they have to educate you fast so that in future you become somebody important in the family. No, let's
See my teacher. He is not my teacher because he taught me in the classroom, but he was a teacher in my school who really changed a lot. He was my de facto father in basic school at Asachare Junction, DA Basic School. When he came to that village school, I remember how he turned things around. Many years on, I've gotten this far and I decided to reward my teachers. So you may have noticed I bought TV sets and money and gave to some of my primary school teachers. This man, Mr. Theophilus Akrobanto, he did with some food. It's the same thing.
Oh yes,
it's the
yes,
same thing.
yes.
But I hope it was a great trip.
Oh, it was a very great, nice trip.
Nice. This is just a video to welcome you back.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Umaru. Thank you very much. Yes.
See you.
I really enjoyed the trip. Yes.
I'm
yes.
happy.
May Allah continue to bless you,
Amen.
Umaru.
Amen.
Okay. Hey. you see, I'm in the AU.
You've changed your nationality.
Oh, no, I can't change it. But because I was with them,
Mr. President, this man went.
Oh no.
I was saying that you've changed yours.
No, I've not changed.
All right, so that's a very heartwarming video, and I am so proud of you, Marisanda. Like, it's not easy to put all of those funds together. But again, for the thoughts alone, going back to your teachers, some of us, because of the way they lash us in the school team, if we see them say, good morning, Kwababole. But that's it. Hey, you have done well.
Charlie, my class 2 teacher can lash Mr. Binka.
But still.
Oh my God.
But you know, sometimes when you're receiving the lashes, you yourself, you know inside you that you deserve it because you're a stubborn child. But some of them, it was so unnecessary. So we can't forgive them. Charlie, oh!
You know me, I was a habitual late comer to school. So every afternoon assembly, when it's time to lash late comers.
You're always there.
Every day I got it until I became SP. Now SP, they say you stand at the front there. So you call the late comers to come out.
Then you yourself, you are late.
Yeah, I'm late, but I'm in privilege.
All right. That's a very beautiful video to watch. You know, it's very heart touching. And so we'll get on with the conversation. I'm going to start off with you again. How was your experience like back in school?
You know, I'm the last born of 14 children.
I'm sorry?
So I'm the last one of 14 children,
Wonderful.
even though we are 7 who are surviving. My father hasn't gone to school, my mother hasn't gone to school, and my 6 siblings haven't gone to school. So I have 4 big sisters, 2 big brothers. I'm the last baby. None of them went to school,
So
right?
you're the only one.
Yeah, so my father moved to Asachare Junction in 1976, was taking care of cattle, and so all his children were helping with the cattle. My mother was doing, trading and all of those things. So when I entered school, it wasn't really a big deal because my mother just sent me to school. She and this woman conspired. And one day she told me to dress up. She wants to go and show me something in town. And she carried me and went to give me to Miss Alice and told me that I should wait here. She's going to buy wache and come right now. I was 5 years old. She didn't come back. So when we closed, I had to follow the area children and go home. But you see, when you go home, there's nobody who has gone to school. So there's no motivation. And that's the problem I found in a lot of rural communities like mine. Sometimes it's not even money you need. You just need guidance and motivation. Right. And that's why when this man, Mr. Akrobot, came to our village, there was a lot of motivation. For the first time, our village school had a signboard, Asachare Junction DA Basic School by the roadside. we had that. He cleared a path to the school. I mean, he was wearing a white coat. I don't know why he maybe wanted to be a doctor and he failed. So he's always been wearing a white coat thinking he's a lab technician or something. So today I'm old, I can challenge him. But I mean, he was always neatly dressed. And then my headmaster, when I started off, the headmistress, Madam Tagbo, so Madam Tagbo was there, she left, and then Mr. Amua took over, Mr. Amua left, and then Mr. Jangba.
Yeah.
Now they have all taken care of me, but this last headmaster, he was something else, and he really gave us a lot of motivation and guidance. And I think if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have gotten here, because you see, when you are in school where you don't even know where you're going to next. I mean, because there was nobody who has gone far that would motivate you. Yeah. So you're just going to school. I was going to school because if I don't go to school, I have to take the cattle to the bush. So which one is the better of the two evils? Avoid going to the bush where rain will beat you, sun will beat you, you are exposed to snakes and scorpions. So you go to school, keke. So that's really why I was going to school. I didn't have a plan to become anything or anything. My mother said she wanted me to be a carquijo. In our language, carquijo is scratchy or clerk. But clerk is really like a messenger. But for her, that was the height of it, because that's what she hears.
Oh, she wanted you to be a gentleman.
Yeah, gentleman.
And that's a cratchy.
Yes, and she would say that I would drive a myself.
Oh, well.
Myself means
you drive your own car.
Your own car, private. I don't know why she called it myself. I don't know whether at that time that's how they called it or not. But so that was the motivation. My father didn't want me to go to school. I mean, for him, there are two reasons. I have to take care of the cattle, so I have to be at home and help the father. Secondly, my father is a malam, and a malam means a teacher or an imam. He didn't want his child to go and become a Christian. In his mind, if I went to school, I'll become a Christian. And he didn't want the whole imam of the town, his son, will go and become a Christian. He didn't think it was. And this was ignorance, illiteracy, so I don't blame him with hindsight now. So I remember when I graduated from GIJ, he didn't come. But when they sent the graduation pictures and he saw me in a gown, he started crying. And he said this is what he was avoiding. That's why he didn't want any of his children to go to school. So
you thought the gown was...
Quarista.
Wait. It's okay, don't go any further. So I'm going to ask, Madam, how was he like back in school? Do you remember when you were teaching him?
Yes.
How was this one sitting down there?
The first time he came, 1992, I was in class when the mother brought him to me. You go to Madam Alice. I'm going to buy watch for you. Since then, I didn't see the mother again. The following day, Umaru came to school. He came. I admitted him to they should supply soup and tea roll for him to come to school. So he started the school fully.
On the second day?
Yes. Through the year. He was very, very brilliant in the class. Very. And I like him. All the time, Umaru, come. Let's go to school. And we go together. He makes me to buy exercise books. If you teach me this thing, he will go and write it on the ground. He will go and write it on the ground. And I told them to buy exercise book. I will teach them how to write. And they bought it. And I started them how to write A up to Z. And the 2 alphabets. 3 alphabets. They were good. In the class, he was the first person to promote.
You went to the next class.
And Mr. Binkran was a class 1 teacher. He also commented that my children, they are good. Some are the engineers now. Umaru to where he is now.
He's who he is.
He is now. So he deserve it. He deserves it.
So you saw it early on that he was a bright child.
Yes.
Did you still see
But coming to the school, he wear their
jalabia?
And the children was asking me why is he wearing this uniform to class? I said, oh, he's a new.
You get his uniform later.
Yeah. So gradually, they bought uniform. He started the school fully, quietly, humbly.
Then he joined.
That is where he is now.
You're laughing.
Yes.
But do you remember the
I was
jalabia?
wearing my salad dress.
Salad dress.
No, it's not
Yes.
jalabia, salad dress.
It's
Remember
salad
what
dress.
I used?
Yes.
I remember Ajokacha Salome and Vicentia Takpa.
Yeah.
They came to you and said, Miss, the Vie can have school over.
Yeah.
Meaning, this boy too, has he come to school?
That's the uniform.
Those were my mates. I mean, oh, wow, I remember.
Because I'm
that.
going to ask you, Mr. Akobus, did you see any spark in this gentleman early on?
Oh, yes.
What actually attracted you to,
Yes,
want to help him?
I saw it in him the moment he entered into the JHS. Actually, I didn't teach him, and I don't know how come I didn't teach him, even though I was in the school. Because I was then teaching science, maths, but I'm surprised I didn't teach him.
Because he hates maths and science.
Yes. Umaru didn't like maths and science.
So, is it like he wasn't coming to the class?
I don't know, but I didn't teach him. I don't remember teaching him, but I knew he was in the school, and yeah. But I saw it in him. I remember whenever there is examination and we score them, you see his performance and you see that this guy, yeah, he will make it in future. And really too, he has proven to that, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. I remember at the JHS, normally we write our exams at Osuwem. Osuwem is about 15 or 20 kilometers away from Asuchari Junction. We'll go and sleep there for the number of days, I think 5 days. Yes.
And
yes.
then when you come back?
Yes.
After the exams, we come back. So we sleep in the classrooms with the mosquitoes and with the candidates there. Then after that, we pack everything and we come back to the school or the town. So I remember some weeks to the examination, Umaru was not in school. So we have to put some fear into the parents. And one thing about Asuchari Junction, they fear the police. Right?
Yes.
I've been told recently there is a police station, a police barrier. So I think that fear has left them. So I went with my headmaster, Mr. Abejangba. He's now at Doyumu. We went to the father and I told him, hey, Umaru is going to write exams. If you don't release him, I'll let the police come. He didn't say anything. The next day we saw Umaru back in school and ready for the exams. So I bussed him into the bus. It was a Sunday. Do you remember?
We left
Yes.
It was a Sunday.
Yes.
We have to even go to the house and you came with your sisters, with your things in
Buckets.
the buckets. Yes.
Sorry, what?
To go and write BEC.
He's going to
Put your
write
things in the
BEC.
bucket.
Yes.
No, bring
You
a
pack
bucket
the-
to go and bath in.
when
when
you go there,
we went to
These
Asuchari
things.
town.
Asuchari town where
It was the
it's a
first
little
time seeing
bit.
electricity. It was a nice.
Yes, and lest I forget, Asuchari Junction by then there was no
No
electricity,
light.
so it was a dark community, and it's a cattle rearing settlement. So a community can be, let's say, at where the studio is. Another one can be at Tesano.
Yes.
They were far apart, but we brought them all together and went to write the exams. And after the exams, that was the end. Umaru have ended.
Vanished.
I don't know whether to continue from there, but when the results came, first week, second week, Umaru was nowhere to be found. So I kept looking for Umaru.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Yes.
I was in the bush herding cattle, chasing rabbits,
As I write it
doing
there,
more
exam.
important things in my life.
Which one is the more important
Stealing
thing?
corn and roasting in the bush.
Then
Oh,
we-
chasing
So for the
rats.
time that you weren't... Okay, so
No, we
the
have
exam was
finished-
over,
we
so
finished
you
No,
were
he
BEC.
finished
right,
BEC.
right.
Finished school, yeah.
So you have to
They
wait for a
finished-
while.
yes, yes.
But no, but I
So
came,
the
I
results-
came, we went to Dodua for World Vision Quiz. You've forgotten.
That's one I remember. We went to the bush to fetch you,
Oh.
to go and write. I told you that. I remember some of the things very, very well.
To go and do the quiz.
To do the quiz because he was one of the brilliant students in the class by then. I think he had a grade 12 or so.
Yeah, it was
those time BEC. So our best candidate, and still in the bush, the rest who were not even very good have gained admission, and he was nowhere to be found. So I went looking for him, and luckily I had him after 3 weeks. I said, Umaru, what school did you choose? He said, oh, Tema school. I said, okay, Tema school. Hey, 3 weeks, let's go. So the mother, I will say your mother did very, very well. Very, very well. Because she also encouraged me. Because if the mother was supporting, because the father, at times, you have to steal him from the house to go to town and get some other things. So when we went to Tema school, the then headmistress, may her soul rest in peace, Miss Eunice says, if I'm bringing him to the school, before she admits him, because schools have already reopened 3 weeks and we are coming late, then he will be a Christian. Then I said,
oh, yeah, then.
Oh, yes, that was the condition. And I accepted it. I said, yes, Umaru is going to be a Christian. Then the mother, David, it's Menepe, Waje, it's let's leave the place. And I said, no. So by then, this secretary, Wendy, and I'm surprised Wendy is still in the school.
Wendy's still around.
Because I sent my daughter there, and Wendy is still in the school. She was then the secretary to the head bishop, and still secretary there. So Wendy said, Natri, then I said, okay, he'll be a Christian. So that was where the headmistress said, okay, Wendy, give them the prospectus. And the prospectus was handed to me. I handed it over to Umaru. Umaru was very good, so he could read very well. So the first thing he mentioned was pajamas. He said, what is pajamas?
On the prospectus, no pajamas.
That was the weirdest thing. I've never seen it before. I don't know what it is.
He didn't know what pajamas was. And said, what is pajamas?
Okay, on this pajamas note, we'll come back and explain. He will explain to us what the pajamas was on that prospectus. But I'm happy to hear all of this. We'll get more, I'll come back to you, Umaru, to tell us how your teachers have actually impacted your life. I'll take a break. You're still on the Friends and Family Show. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the Friends and Family Show. It's such an interesting story. I bet that you're enjoying small, and your heart is actually warm. My name is Noyo Kwote, and today we're talking about Umaru Sanda going back to bless his nursery and primary school teachers. Now he's getting admission into Tema Secondary School, and he wants to know what pajamas is. He shock you, I mean. So this will be 2003, no?
2003.
Yeah, September. Because
I came later. So
you came late because I know that
It's
we went to school on the 25th of September in 2003.
Oh, okay.
I remember so well.
I must have come in
I was
October
a day
or
late.
Oh.
I was a day late.
I was a month late.
Yes, so I was a day late. So I went on the 23rd of September.
You know, when I came...
Or 25th.
Yeah, when I came, people had started classes. I remember when they carried me, he and my mother and sister, they carried me and brought me to the school. And they left me. My mother started crying.
Why was she crying?
I mean, she's losing her last born. I was walking away and she had to walk back, But it was a crazy journey to Damascus. And Mr. Kromoti here has to take a lot of the credit because in Australia Junction at the time, they gave us a book that contained names of secondary schools. So that's where you chose your second. I didn't know any secondary school which was big or anything. I didn't choose Damascus because, when I looked through the thing, Tema was a town I used to hear about. So when I saw Tema Secondary School, it sounded nice. So I chose option 1, Damascus. Then the second option, of course, I hear Accra. Now they said Accra High. High sounds good. So Accra High, second choice. Now third choice, we chose only 3.
Yeah.
I saw Harvard College. It sounded nice. So I chose it. It's at Kokomlemle. I don't know whether it's still in existence or not, So that's why I chose the schools I chose. But there was no...
Because you knew about them.
And again, I chose general arts because I said to them, which course is good for people who like reading? Because me, maths, I didn't like. They said, then choose general arts.
They intentionally put all of us in that class because...
like reading. So I chose general arts. But when I came to the school, I remember in the night in the dormitory, the boys they all know what they were doing. So they said, so which course are you doing? I said, general arts. And they said, which at what? I said, at what, Sesame? They said, there's at 1, at 2, and at 3. I said, I don't know. They said, okay, which one do you want? I said, which one doesn't have maths? And they said, at 1 doesn't have elective maths. but there's commerce. I said, can't you have one that has no maths? They said no. So I had to end up in Arts 1. That's how I ended up in Arts 1. And the pajamas thing, Wendy, the thing is, sorry for calling you Wendy.
No, that's fine.
In the village, what we wear in the morning, you go to the bush with, you come back in the night. It's what you sleep in, wake up tomorrow and continue. So this business about a special dress for sleeping,
night.
oh no, what's strange?
All right, now let's talk about you going back and then giving your teachers the TV. We watched the video and it was really, for me, I actually had a little tear in my eye because that's really beautiful. For even to remember their names and know that, oh, let me think to go back and give them something. Was the TV the only option?
I don't even know how I settled on the TV. But, you know, I've been thinking of saying thank you. They say the teachers, their reward is in heaven. So, I mean, who am I to challenge God? He will reward them later. So, but I'm like, no, I mean, Onipaya Ade Osaye, right? If it wasn't because of these people, and mind you, I wasn't their only student, right? I mean, Miss Alice, when I was in the club, we maybe were like 50 or something. But whether I like it or not, she shaped me. She taught me how to write my name. I mean, A, B, C, D, and those things. On the floor, that's what we used to do. And then later, KG, Miss Mina, and continues through to the rest of the classes. If it wasn't because of her encouragement, I'm sure she and my mother may have spoken. And they agreed that my mother should bring me to school. Otherwise, I would have remained in the bush and nobody would have bothered to bring me. So I thought, why not appreciate her? All the teachers that I appreciated, they may have lashed me. They may have caned people. But they are the ones who helped shape me to become what I became. And collectively, as a village school, they built me as a community child.
And that's one thing that I really like about the community schools. You know, it's like they say the whole community actually helps you train a child. Not now that's like all of us were in estates. So you are in the estate.
I remember when those times, if you don't come to school, the teacher will select strong boys in the class to go and catch you. They'll catch you and bring you to the school. And I was never doing that. I mean, for some reason, you see, God has his ways. Because in my house, there's nobody to teach me homework or anything. God gave me knowledge so that when I go home, I do my homework on my own.
By yourself.
But I don't go home and sit down and be reading books or anything. I don't do that. I mean, sit down by the lantern or busu busu, the short one. I don't use any of those ones. But I see, God has his ways and decided. So, but I'm like, he used these people as vessels to get me this far. If it wasn't for this man, you heard him. When I finished BECE, I mean, even if the results came, I wouldn't even know. I was in the bush taking care of cattle. If he hadn't come home and insisted to my mother that let this boy go to school, and he led, I mean, what's his business as a teacher, leading me and my mother to go and ask for admission for me? And he didn't add that, he also went to the district capital, Dodoa, and told them that, hey, our school produced one of the smartest students, so give us district scholarship. And they gave him district scholarship, and which is what I brought to Damascus.
Wow.
He did this on his own. I mean, he could have chosen to mind his business. He's just a teacher. He came to teach and go home. Miss Alice was a mother to us. Her home was between my house and the school. So when we passed there, we see her. If we were doing anything on the way, she would have corrected us in one way or the other. Mr. Afford, the class 3 teacher, he told my mother, your son needs a birth certificate. My mother didn't know what that was. But she gave him the money and he went to Dodoa to go and get the first birth certificate in class 3 for me. I ruined it later, by the way. And then Miss Charity, Mr. Acrobot, no, Mr. Ajokache, who taught me in class 6. Unfortunately, he's late now. Miss Mina in class 5. All of those people, I think they contributed in various ways. So I was there, I said, okay, what do I do to reward these people? I can't give them money. Money, how much can you give them? Because how much money do I also have? I said, okay, why don't you get them something tangible that they can at least see? And I'm also on television, so maybe they get to see me on TV and say, hey, I touched that boy, and he's here on TV.
No, that's a smart,
That's a smart move.
that's a very smart
So that's why I
Smart
thought to
move.
just bring a small TV and give to
So when he brought all the gifts that he gave you, how did you feel?
Oh, very, 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 very good. Very, very, very good. He has done well. Even now I don't have TV. He gave me TV to watch things. So he has done well. I may say, God bless you.
Amen.
And you know,
God bless you.
Amen. And you know, she's not in the village. I had to find a number. And I went to Miss Alice's house. She was not there. She had moved. Now she's in Frankadua. So I said, can you find me her number? Look, it took them about 2 hours to finally get someone. Apparently her phone was spoiled also, so they got someone in the Adonkuja.
Yeah.
So they called some woman. Who was she? And they got.
That's.
So she's the.
Kate. I'm a Dwaji.
So they called her, and then she then managed to get her to come. And then I said, "It is Umaru Sanda. I want to give you a gift. I'm here at Astra Junction. Can you come to your old house so that I'll meet you?" And she took time to come. I was very happy to see her looking still very hale and hearty and strong.
Yeah,
I mean, she's
she
always
speaks
been
so
like
well,
this.
yeah.
I've known her. She's always been like this.
So
Fine,
you
strong
gave
woman.
her the TV and then the
Yes.
some cash gift.
Yes. So the 5 of them, I gave them TV sets.
And then
But
Mr.
this one, there is
Akobutu.
Oga. He is Oga. at
He
the
went
top.
to the.
He is
How
Oga. at
did
the-
you feel?
Hi. You know, when Umaru called me to tell me there's this package I want to do for you, I've seen that you've seen on Facebook that I've rewarded the other colleagues, and you will be thinking. I said, oh, I know you do more than that. I said, okay, I have a surprise for you. I don't want the people to call you to tell you that you are going to Dubai. Actually, it wasn't Dubai. I went to Qatar, spent 4 days in Qatar before going to Dubai, spent another 3 days in Dubai before coming back to Accra. So he said, no, let me break the news to you. You are going to Doha, and from there, you're going to Dubai. I said, wow, okay, that's fine. They will call you, and first, let me get your biometrics of your passport. So I asked, who tells you I have a passport? And I should give you my biometrics of the passport. Actually, I had a passport, so I just took the picture and sent it to him. A week later, they called me, is it Copper something?
Yeah.
The agency, the agent, the traveling agent. Then we started the whole thing. I don't know how I would say it. I didn't believe it until I got to the airport and I did my first check-in. Then I realized, hey, Ninela Nokwali. Ninela Nokwali. I thought it was a scam in my head, even though I knew it was real. So I checked in and I was given my boarding pass. Then I realized, wow, really, a teacher's reward is always known in heaven. That is, you can receive some here on earth before when you go there, God will add the rest to it. So I was so happy, so happy, so happy.
How have they actually touched your life? I just want you to say it briefly. I know you said it, snippets, like in all the things that you said, but just put that together. How have they truly impacted your life?
My life as I have it now is a creation of God and the support of my teachers and all the teachers. It just happened to be that he's the one I managed to send to Dubai because it cost me a lot of money to send him. But I still thought I had to do it to say thank you. If I had my way, I would send all of them. At least the 5 that I gave the TV and him, all of them. And you see, he was not the only teacher in GSS. There are other teachers I haven't acknowledged. Mr. Ahmed Ali was my agri teacher and my class teacher. Madam Gloria, I don't know where she is now. She said, okay. Mr. Nakite, Ate Nakite, he works at Obonu FM. He was my teacher to taught me social studies. I don't remember some of the names, but I wish I could support, and not just there, even in secondary school, in Tema Secondary School. You would know my special relationship with Mr. Paul Gineku.
Yeah.
He was assistant headmaster. He was seen by every student as very wicked, but that man was my guide. And I remember when I finished secondary school, he said, listen, your parents don't have money to send you to university, so go to teacher training college. That way, as soon as you finish, you have a job. Because if you finish university, you sit at home with a degree, nothing. And I agreed. I went to Akachi Training College to apply. We did the entrance exams, maths and English. I passed the English paper, failed the maths. I never became a teacher. You know, I mean, Mr.
The master was so chasing you.
Mr. Chipoja, you remember him? Our history teacher.
You know, he's actually our favorite teacher.
He used to call me his researcher. He loved me. All these people, I wish I could just. But listen, I think, and again, I said that the reason I videoed what I did to them and I publicized it is to motivate other people to also do the same to their teachers.
Right.
Yes.
Because
I like that you go back a lot. Yeah. You know, some of the times he actually comes back to the community to help the people,
Yes,
the
yes.
students in school. How's that going? But I know that there's one thing that you do that actually makes me think that Charlie school and because he remembers almost everything in my secondary school. He goes back. Sometimes you're MCs for some of the programs.
the speech and prize
Yeah,
giving,
you know, and then you remember, you know, which teacher has moved on to another, who is now the headmistress, who is no more. And I am so proud that you at least keep taps with that. But let's talk about going back to the community to help the children. How's that coming along?
I don't know if you know any of the things I've been doing in the school.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
yes, yeah, I know some
he
of
has
the
been
things.
following that.
Yes, I've been following him. He has been doing some of the, you know, providing them with computers. You know, Asuchari Junction, even though it's in the greater Accra region and it's by the main Akosomuteman highway, it's a village. It's a village. So there are certain things that you feel they are so close to Accra, so they should know,
have.
No.
but they don't have it. As he was saying, when I got to Asuchari Junction, the school was there, but you never see that there's a school there. So I brought the sandboard, made the sandboard from Tema, carried it in this one London boy.
Yeah, London Boy.
Yes, London boy. They brought it.
It's a popular car those
It's a
days.
popular car those days. Yes. Then we erected the sandboard before people got to know that there's
There's a
even a
school there.
school. And there was, it's a bush. You pass through a bush before you get into the school. So I made the children, now let's do some communal labor. So we can just work for just 10 meters, like clearing. And I asked them always move there, and we created a path. Then gradually we increased it to a road for cars to even go there. Umaru has been sending a lot of things. He has been going there. I've seen him giving them computers and books. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I mean, so
so he has been helping them a lot.
the first
in
time I saw a
community.
computer was when I came to Moscow.
Yeah.
And I know that there are many children like that in that school who didn't. When I saw the computers, the lab was on top of the administration
Yeah,
block.
upstairs.
When I first entered, I thought it was TV, you know. And to someone said it's a computer. Now, I played Mario and Luigi on that computer, and there was a floppy disk. I copied that
Right.
thing, and I used to go to internet cafe just to play that because it was my first exposure to computers. So, and I know there are children like me in this village. So when I got a friend, Gabriella, and her friends in the UK, I talked to them. I said, listen, my village school, they don't know computer. They teach them on the blackboard. Can you help me? So they managed to ship some computers to me, and I carried them and went to give it to the headmistress. So that's why you see me giving to the headmistress. And then they had a computer lab and they'll go and learn. And then at a point I said, okay, I loved reading. When they were doing athletics inter-school, I would go and hide in the library and be reading. I loved reading storybooks. I remember some of the storybooks that they brought, and I read Axarob's Secret and all of those things. My eyes and ears, or those things. So I decided to buy storybooks. I think it was 1,500 or 3,000 copies. And I took it to the school, and I didn't give it just to my school, Australia Junction DA Basic School. I also went to Jerusalem, New Jerusalem Basic School, and then Congo Basic School, which is like their neighboring villages, and I gave it to them. I just thought, help these children. You never know what they may become.
Right.
I mean, if God has brought me this far, even with all those circumstances I found myself in at that time, now that there's technology, now that there's electricity, I mean, without electricity, if God has brought me this far, I wonder how far He's going to take them. And that's why I think I should do the things I do. And just to prompt people that help, go back and help the community, because there's a child there who just needs motivation,
Right.
just needs guidance, just needs to know that before you become a journalist, you have to learn this and go to
Go
this.
down to
I mean,
the
I
ranks.
didn't have that privilege. I am praying that the other people in the community will get to know. So that's why I do what I do.
I actually don't know what to say to you, but then I'm amazed at some of the things that you do. That's because I like I said before, like I sat in the same class with you. And back then we actually used to tease him. We used to call him Fulani because he had the hair, you know. And
Yeah.
but then even in that class, always in the government class, he's fast to answer a question, he's witty, but then he knows what it's about. You know, and I don't think that has changed. You're still witty though.
I've changed. I'm a good boy.
You haven't. You're still witty because he can pass some comments and you wonder if he's a person who is saying it. You know, and he was tiny. He was very tiny.
very.
You
Yes.
know.
Oh, very,
He was
very
very
tiny.
tiny.
I
And when
remember
they
one
Akabakashi
time.
they film me, you not believe it, but
Yeah.
he's the one.
Yeah, but do you remember I had your passport picture and I sent it to you? The one I used in registering your BC.
With the hair.
I mean, look,
But you have done
that's-
so well.
I mean, it's
Maro.
my teachers. Miss Alice here, like I said, she started it all for us. And there is not a single person in that village who hasn't gone through her hand. Every child went through.
Everybody, every child. Now, Isaac Owuraku is now,
He's in Saudi Arabia.
you see.
In Saudi Arabia. And he was my senior.
So you must be very proud
Oh,
teaching
yes,
all of
yes,
these
yes.
children who've actually made it, looking at all the circumstances that's like,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
was actually hindering, their progress.
Maybe you
And
can
you have
find out.
done
Maybe you
well.
can find out which year she came to the village. I don't know.
What year were you there? Do you remember?
1985.
85.
We
They
started
no
the
born
school.
you.
Yes,
My
they
brother,
started
they
it.
no born you.
We started the school.
Yes, we all went to meet her, and actually,
All the teachers.
we were looking up to her as our mother. I remember those times you prepare banku.
That's
and
it.
Myself and
That was
Nathaniel.
another
Yes.
reason why you
Boyfield
want
and-
to go
Yes,
to school,
yes.
because she cook, bring food.
Yes.
Oh yes, she's and she's now on retirement. I think
By
17 years
by then,
ago.
85,
Oh, nice.
the place was cottage. It was cottage, not village. It was
It was a
cottage. You can't see the school, as Mr. Acrobat was saying.
So what are you doing for fun? Because if there's no lights like this at night, then you sleep. Umaru,
Yes.
We
Hey!
used to do bang bang kui and pillow.
what's bang bang kui?
Bang bang kui is in the night. You cover with the children. You cover one person will cover your eyes. Bang bang kui, let me cover you and let me level you and then
Like hide and seek.
hide it.
Yeah.
Hide and seek.
Yeah.
Take bang bang kui.
Bang bang kui. That's what, you know, our community. So it's a Dangbe area, all right. But there were a lot of FS also.
Yes.
Okay, so that explains why you speak all the
we
languages,
speak
right?
We speak Dangbe. I'm Fulani, but yeah, we spoke Hausa and then we didn't play with English. So we did Bang Bang Kui. We also did a bomb letter. You climb the tree. I mean,
What's a bomb
all
letter?
of a bomb letter 1, a bomb letter 2, up to 10. The children, you climb the trees. All of you, one person will be on the ground.
Yeah.
You count a bomb letter, you say 1, a bomb letter. When he gets to 10, then you all jump from the top of the tree. Now, if he's able to touch you before you touch the ground, you are the one to stand on the ground.
Hey.
It was a nice day. It was awesome.
So you are hurting yourselves, jumping on trees.
We were hurting for it. It was really nice. We were swinging on trees and things. It was a nice. But later, I think late 90s or early 2000s, we got our first TV set in the village. The richest
Owned by
man. Oh, Mr. Ulaku, the richest man, my father's master. You know, my father's cattle owner,
Yes.
Ulaku. He brought the first TV to the village. And oh my God, it was a black and white TV.
Yes.
The brand is President.
Yeah.
You remember?
Our battery.
Oh.
Sure, that TV. So we use his son's car battery to power it. So when the car comes home at night, then we remove the battery to put in the TV and watch. The whole village, that's what we came to. I don't know if teachers, you were also coming to watch or not, but we did.
Oh, we
You-
don't come.
No, we didn't come round to.
But the children, they,
Oh, they all
They
go
all
there.
rush.
But he has the time. Then after that, he will tell that everything is off and
They never go
and
and
they
sleep.
go
Go
and
to your
sleep.
house.
And it's surprising when they put the telly off, the way the place becomes dark,
Dark.
like hell.
That was the only that was the only source of
Yes.
light in the whole community,
Yeah.
you know.
So how do you walk back?
Oh,
You have your own torchlight.
no,
Or you know your way around.
no.
You don't
They
need
walk in
torch.
the bush.
They walk in the bush.
we have our ways.
Oh, you've come far.
It was really fun, and that TV was the first time we saw TV. My brother went the first night, came home and told me, "Hey, they brought something to the town." My elder brother. I said, "What is it?" He said, "It's called TV, and that there are foods and drinks inside. So if you like, you can even pass the back, enter and go and eat." You know, during the adverts, they show food and those things. So me, I thought it's true. My brother lied to me. We went there. He said, "Okay, you wait." They'll start showing the food outside. He said, "You just go to the back." And you know, because the TV is the only source of light, it's like imagine one big lamp facing you.
And then you
The
go
back,
behind
everything is dark. You don't know what's happening. So he said, if I go to the back, I can enter the TV from there. And then enter and also eat some. I liked food when I was growing up. My brother took me. But that TV by George Ulaku, who is son of Mr. Ulaku, it really opened our eyes to a lot of things. Because for the first time, we also seeing what Accra was seeing. Even though there was only one channel on the GTV, later TV3. So it was just two switch, gum, change from GTV to, that is nothing more. And we would watch I remember Talking Point was the most boring thing on the TV, but we had to watch it
Talking
anyway.
Point.
You know.
Talking about was on.
I never knew I'd
Yes.
become a journalist and also be doing something along
You
the lines
get.
of talking.
So you should have stayed.
I wonder if people are watching
Yes.
me now that I'm doing Talking Points on radio. But you know, we watched when TV3 came, we started watching Bratiti, Taxi,
Okay, Taxi Driver.
and then my favorite was Highlander.
Oh, the car that could listen to the.
No, Highlander was someone. He had a long sword.
Highlander.
Tomorrow we got Garati. Hey.
Is it not? So which one had the car that could talk?
I don't know, but Highlander had a long sword, and then
that was
they used to show
Highlander.
it on Wednesday evening.
I
But
had
you see, the car
something.
his car will not come home early, so we only watch the TV when his car is home. That's
the
when we're able
18.
to remove the battery. So 7:30, 8 p.m., 9, sometimes 10. And when they are showing boxing or football, everybody in the village they come and watch. It was an exciting
So you really
childhood. I miss
enjoyed
my
growing
childhood.
up in-
And that's why I
in your
go back
neighborhood.
every time. But unfortunately, I can't do that one anymore. But I try to go home every time. But hey, it's awesome.
Okay, so we just have a couple of minutes to go away, but I'm just going to ask my last question. That would be to your teachers. So anytime you see this gentleman on the streets, how do you feel?
On the streets or on the air?
streets, yeah.
Yes, on air. I feel very, very proud. I feel very, very proud. Hearing the voice,
Oh, you
seeing
listen to him?
Oh, a lot.
And you watch?
And because of him, I'm always on. I mean, when I
City
was
and
coming,
channel.
I always follow you.
Oh, thank
Hey,
you.
that's the teacher.
Hello.
The stubborn, yes,
following
yes.
you.
So I'll register and join your class.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll not be one of the stubborn
You'll be
boys.
senior
Yes,
citizen.
I'll be senior citizen in the classroom. Oh, so I watch him and I always feel very proud of him. Anytime his name is mentioned, and even the way he even interviews people.
Don't you think, you
He
don't
say,
think he's
no,
a
no,
stubborn boy?
hold on. Just answer. No, just give me the answer. Yes, no. You, I know what. I say, what? This guy, that's good. I feel very proud of him.
Nice.
Very, very proud. Umaru, keep it up.
My only job.
Maune
Okay.
Nyosi.
What about you? How do you feel when you watch him?
Come on.
How do you feel when you watch him or you hear about him?
I'm proud of him. Even I've been telling my people that they should open the your station,
Channel 1 TV
City-
No,
or City FM?
City
FM.
FM. So I told them, do you see the man conducting Umaru, Sandra, a slim man, fair? They say yes.
And Jericho hair.
Oh, but the hair is better now.
Nowadays he used
So,
to do style. He
yes.
used to do style.
They know him, but they can't see him physical.
They'll see him one of these days. They'll
Yes.
see him physically. You
Yeah.
go and stand
Yes.
there. Bang. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
I'm proud
coming
of him.
through.
Yeah.
And I am very happy that he's remembered you and
Yeah.
he's come back. So however you're feeling, now you know that your reward is really not in heaven. It is here. You have received
Yes.
at least from one
Yeah.
of your students.
Yes.
So it's not in vain.
Yeah.
Maybe the others are also trying to do same,
yes.
but at
Yeah.
least you have seen it now that you have done a good job.
Yeah.
So bless you so much. And I wish that I
you.
could do same, but I don't remember my teachers. I'm sorry. I'm
Which,
sorry.
which school did you go to?
Oh,
Basic
really?
school. Did you change schools plenty?
I didn't change schools.
To one school.
But international school, it's just
Oh, international school there. International school there. You cannot.
Teachers
cannot.
like us, I'm going to know. It's not me who go about
It's
you
not
for somebody.
Junction District Assembly Basic
Thank
School.
you.
It used to be
District
LA.
Oh,
Assembly.
Charlie, amazing.
I think this man brought us our motto. Before he came, our motto used to be aim high.
Him,
Aim high, yeah.
Then one day he brought a crest that said brighten the corner.
Honor, yes.
That's nice.
This man, then he turned our school upside down.
Charlie, I'm
No, God bless.
Thank you so much. So it
Yeah.
has been the Friends and Family Show, and I bet that your heart has been touched. And if you have one way or the other to go back, probably not just your teachers, but people who've actually helped you one way or the other, you know, going back to say thank you actually counts back 1,000-fold as well. It is just that sense of gratitude that human beings cannot take away from themselves. So if you feel it somewhere, I think that you should act upon it. I would try as much to do it. And always, like my dad would say, you always pay it forward. Okay, so even if you can't find the people to go back to say thank you, or to probably they're not available, you can always pay it forward. My name is Noyo Kwoti, and thank you so much. And I would proudly say that I am super proud of you, Marisanda. Anytime you see me, give me a hug, but we'll fight small before. Thank you so very much. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mwah.